Eating healthily is all about balance and having a bit of everything you fancy in moderation. However, getting regular takeaways isn't generally associated with nourishing your body. But does this need to be the case? I love fitness and I love healthy food, but I also love getting meals delivered to my door and enjoying them on the sofa. So I've decided to see whether it's possible to eat healthily, ordering all my meals from delivery apps for a week. Just Eat, Uber Eats and Deliveroo, and I won't allow myself to order the same dish twice. For breakfast, I'm just going to have a simple bowl of porridge every day, and then I'm setting myself a budget of £30 per day for lunch and dinner. I think it might actually be quite tricky to know what's really healthy because the delivery apps don't tend to share any nutritional info, and you just don't know how things are cooked and whether there's been loads of oil. But I'm really looking forward to giving it a try and taking a break from cooking. The first day starts really well. This looks pretty good. The meal feels like a good healthy start and it's speedy delivery from Deliveroo. Unfortunately, the same can't be said for my dinner from Just Eat that evening. With Just Eat, you can't track the driver. So my dinner's finally arrived, only half an hour late. It turns out it's cold and it's come with instructions saying I can either cook it in the microwave for 6 minutes or the oven. And I just don't have time for that, so I'm gonna have to eat it cold. The end result seems to be quite a healthy meal, but when I check the ingredients list, I realise it's pretty high in sugar. I've also spent £29 today. Eek! It's Tuesday and I've ordered myself a protein-packed lunch. Feeling good. It looks pretty good, and they say it's 400 calories. It's quite a lot of food for 400 calories. All the nutritional info is available, which helps, and it really fills me up. Now, I know most people don't usually think of Nando's when you think about eating healthily. However, you can actually get some really healthy stuff. Eating well certainly doesn't mean cutting out carbs. This pita bread is delicious. Also, one thing I'm noticing about Deliveroo is that I can often find the nutritional info on the restaurant's websites, even if it's not on the app. But on Wednesday, things start to go somewhat off track. I use the nutrition calculator on the Salad Bar's website and I'm shocked by how high calorie my choices are. The food's delicious, but I realise it's not as light a lunch as I'd thought. My dinner is super tasty and it's a lot of food for just over 500 calories, which I certainly enjoy. However, I do end up feeling super bloated afterwards, which is less enjoyable. On Thursday, I end up regretting my food choices. This was almost unbearably spicy for me, and I was promised a whole cauliflower, which I certainly do not receive. I think I actually ordered some really random stuff that doesn't actually go together, mainly just because I was trying to make healthy choices. And then for dinner, there's just so much food, and it's all quite greasy. The chicken has loads of skin and not much meat, and there are no veggies in the meal either. It also arrives early while I'm still in the shower because you can't track the driver. To be honest, I basically totally failed tonight in my quest to have a healthy dinner. Probably both through the food I've ordered and the quantity I've ordered. One silver lining, this is the 4th day that I've come in under budget, having ordered 2 large portions a day. Going into the final day, I'm feeling pretty positive ordering from Deliveroo, but I'm also shocked by the amount of packaging that I've accrued this week. Seriously, so many of the restaurants have included unnecessary packaging, flyers, and extra bits of paper.
I basically have got a fajita but minus the wrap, with like extra chicken for extra gains.
I finished the week on a high with this delectable dinner.
This smells amazing.
Delicious, and Deliveroo pulled through with the order. And I'm within budget again. So at the end of the week, what have we learned? Well, if I had to rank the apps in terms of healthy food options and overall delivery experience, I'd put Deliveroo at the top and it would have to be Just Eat at the bottom. There were a few restaurants that were available on multiple apps, but generally the best quality food options were on Deliveroo. Is it possible to eat healthily using delivery apps? I would say yes, but you just need to know where to look. And there are pitfalls. Making healthy choices involves doing a lot of research, looking up nutritional info online and scrolling through the apps for ages, and it was pretty time consuming. And the whole process certainly isn't cheap. I barely managed to get a good filling lunch and dinner for £30 a day. And imagine if you did that all year round, you'd spend over £7,000. What's more, I managed to accrue a terrible amount of plastic packaging. So, is it possible to eat healthily ordering all your food from delivery apps? Yes, but it won't do your wallet or the planet any favours.